Enki and Enlil, the Sumerian story of creation. Here's a story I wrote called A Tale as Old as Time. Imagine standing on the edge of an ancient desert, staring at the ruins of a forgotten civilization. The sun sets, casting golden light over massive ziggurats, and the wind carries whispers of stories as old as humanity itself. Among these ruins lies a tale, inscribed in clay, older than the Bible and older than the pyramids. One of God's, creation, and the mystery of existence. It's the story of Enki and Enlil, two brothers whose rivalry shaped the world as we know it. Why is this story important? Because it's not just a myth, it's a mirror reflecting our own struggles. Power versus wisdom, chaos versus order, human ambition versus divine will. Today, we'll unravel the ancient Sumerian story of creation. Dive deep into its psychology, philosophy, and conspiracy, and find out what it can teach us about ourselves and our place in the universe. Before we get started, what's up? My name is Nick Jackson, and my channel is here to give you insights on philosophy, psychology, conspiracy, and spirituality. If any of those things are interesting to you, subscribe to my channel and make sure you like the video to help push me forward in the algorithm. And if you have a thought from anything in the video, start a conversation in the comments below. The story of Enki and Enlil comes from the Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations located in Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. These people left us an incredible legacy: writing, laws, mathematics, and stories carved into clay tablets over 4,000 years ago. At the center of their mythology are the Anunnaki, gods who descended to Earth to guide humanity. Among these gods, Enki and Enlil stood out. Enki, the god of wisdom, water, and creation, was the thinker, the rebel, the innovator. Enlil, on the other hand, was the god of air and storms, the enforcer of order, the one who ruled with authority. Their relationship, complicated. Some say they were allies, others say they were rivals. But one thing is clear: their actions laid the foundation for human existence, or according to some interpretations, enslavement. The story begins with the Anunnaki arriving to Earth. According to the Sumerians, Earth wasn't created for humans, it was created as a resource for the gods. They needed gold, not for wealth, but for survival. Modern conspiracy theorists tie this to the ancient astronaut hypothesis, suggesting that the Anunnaki were extraterrestrials mining Earth's resources. But the gods soon grew tired of the hard labor. Enki, ever a problem solver, suggested creating a being to take on the work. He mixed clay with the blood of a slain god to create humanity. In this, we see parallels with other creation stories. Adam being formed from the dust of the earth, for example. Enki's creation wasn't just about labor, though. He gave humans intelligence and the ability to grow. Enlil, however, saw humans as a tool. This philosophical divide, whether humanity should serve or thrive, becomes the heart of the Enki and Enlil conflict. Let's pause for a moment and think about what Enki and Enlil represent on a psychological level. Enki is the creative mind, the part of us that dreams, rebels, and innovates. Enlil is discipline and authority, the part of us that enforces rules and seeks order. Carl Jung might call them archetypes. Enki as the wise old man or the trickster, Enlil as the ruler or the shadow. Their conflict isn't just cosmic, it's personal. How many times have you felt torn between following your passions, Enki, and sticking to the rules, Enlil? Albert Einstein once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world." That's pure Enki. But then there's Enlil's perspective. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, as Jim Rohn put it. We need both forces to thrive. Too much Enki and we're chaotic dreamers, too much Enlil and we're oppressive rulers, even over ourselves. Now let's dive into the rabbit hole. Some believe the story of Enki and Enlil isn't just mythology but history. Zacharias Sitchin, a controversial scholar, popularized the idea that the Anunnaki were aliens who genetically engineered humanity as a slave race. He pointed to ancient texts and the sudden leap in human intelligence around 200,000 years ago as evidence. And here's where it gets wild. Scientists have found traces of gold mining in southern Africa dating back 100,000 years. Is this a coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe it's a clue. The idea that humanity was created for labor might sound bleak, but there's another layer. Enki, according to the myths, didn't just give humans intelligence, he defied the other gods to do so. He's often compared to Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods to give it to humanity, or Lucifer, who convinced Eve to eat the apple. In this light, Enki isn't just a creator, he's a liberator. Whether you see the Anunnaki as literal beings or metaphors, their story raises a profound spiritual question. What is our purpose? Are we here to serve, to create, or to transcend? One of my favorite quotes is from Rumi, the 13th century mystic. You were born with wings, why prefer to crawl through life? This is the Enki mindset, believing in our potential and our ability to rise above the mundane. But then there's the Enlil perspective. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced, as Soren Kierkegaard said. Enlil reminds us to respect the structure of existence, to find meaning even in limitations. So what does this ancient story teach us about improving our mindset? First, it reminds us of the power of balance. Enki and Enlil are two sides of the same coin. Creativity without discipline is chaos, but discipline without creativity is tyranny. Second, it challenges us to question authority. Enlil's rule wasn't always fair, and Enki's defiance wasn't always wise, but the tension between them created growth. As Marcus Aurelius said, the obstacle is the way. And finally, it inspires us to embrace our divine potential. If we were created by gods or even aliens, we're still here, evolving, learning, and creating. As Nietzsche wrote, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. The story of Enki and Enlil isn't just ancient history, it's a mirror reflecting the battles we fought every day. Between freedom and structure, passion and responsibility, humanity and divinity. Whether you see it as a myth, conspiracy, or truth, it holds lessons we can all learn from. As always, thanks for watching. Value learning, keep growing, and success will come. If you found value in this, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Start a conversation in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.